Hello everyone, this is LugnutsK. In this video, we will look at how we can use feeder stations to take advantage of the station rating game mechanics. So, if you watched the video about station rating, you'll know the station rating formula does a pretty good job of grading your service, but there is a way of cheating it, kind of. Here's the idea. Instead of delivering cargo far across the map through a long, possibly clogged network, just deliver the cargo to a transfer station a few tiles away. Then have a different mainline train pick up the cargo and deliver it to its final destination. This is called a feeder. All the rating calculations from the previous video still apply to feeders, but only to the feeder trains and not the mainline trains. Since the feeder trains are so close to their destination and on such a simple network, it takes very little effort to keep their ratings high. So, feeders are ideal for getting high ratings and increasing your industry production. However, it does turn out that the rating of the transfer station can have a negative effect on the pickup station if its rating is too low. But to make a long story short, as long as you keep the transfer station rating above 50% and waiting cargo below 4,096 units, the pickup station's rating will not be affected. So basically, without a feeder, you'd want to keep the pickup station rating above 80% to maximize production. But with a feeder, assuming the feeder trains are working, you'll only need to make sure the ratings don't drop below that 40 to 50% for the same production growth. Another advantage of feeders is that if there are a few industries of the same type nearby, you can use feeders to feed all the cargo into one pickup station, simplifying your network. Finally, feeders also encourage the use of longer trains. Usually you'll have short feeder trains filling up longer mainline trains. Long trains generally have higher throughput than short trains on the same network, but it's more difficult to build junctions for long trains, so that's a trade-off. The obvious downside of feeders is that you have to pay for the extra feeder trains. Another downside is that they might be too good at what they do, so we try to avoid using them in the OpenTTD coop games because they often increase production too far, and we have to flood the network with trains just to keep up with production, and it causes lots of jams. Anyway, this brings us to the end of this video. I encourage you all to try some feeders in your next game, build them early so there's lots of time to increase production, and use fast feeder trains to maximize rating. Thank you for watching, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.